welcome back to my channel. First of all, thank you everyone who watches my videos, who's been listening to the series. And so thank you to you all. Alright, so straight up, we're just gonna get right into it. Today we're gonna talk about something that's really important in terms of getting your goals and stuff. And it's called grind and the positive feedback loop. So what is a positive feedback loop? Alright, so let's say you have a goal, and that goal could be large or small, doesn't matter. Let's say your goal is to get rich. So now you start thinking about all the ways you can get rich. Let's say you get a job, right? You work and you get promotions and you get different jobs and you keep getting more and more money, you keep accumulating wealth, you invest, you go into stocks. That's what you're doing to get rich. Now, how do you get into a positive feedback loop? So let's say you wanted to get rich, so you applied for a job. You got the job. That's a tangible goal achieved. That's something small that needed to happen before, right? So set up small, tangible goals, which will, when achieved, give you the feeling of satisfaction that is needed to continue on towards your major goal. So let's say you want to be an artist. You make some art. Someone compliments you on that art. That goes into positive feedback. Now you're like, oh man, I want to make more art. So you make more art. You make whatever it is you want to make. And then you set it up on sale. Someone buys it. You're like, whoa, people are actually buying my stuff. Yep, that's crazy. All I make is freaking trees. People love it apparently. So you sell it and then you're like, oh shit, something came in return. This tangible reward that I got. The feedback loop gets bigger. And that's what you gotta keep doing. So if you have a large goal, like let's say I want to be famous, you can't just start off that way, right? You have to start with small, tangible goals that eventually lead into a bigger feedback loop where you want to keep doing more and more and more because there's tangible rewards to every small goal that you achieve. So let's say you want to get a college degree, right? The first thing you need to do is wake up to go to class. That's part of the feedback loop. You got to think as small as you can, right? So you wake up and get ready, you get breakfast. Like, oh shit, I feel better now. I feel good. I want to do this. You go to class, take notes, you take a lecture, you take a test, you get good grades on a test. You're like, oh, this is going pretty good. And that all contributes to a positive feedback loop, which translates to the grind. So what is the grind? Well, once you start achieving these small goals and you start building the positive feedback loop, that's what we call the grind. Building the positive feedback loop is the grind. So when someone says, I'm just on my grind, they're just always achieving small, tiny goals that lead to their bigger, brighter, thing. And so, which is good. And that is how you can get into the habit of, I want to wake up every day. Every day is another opportunity for me to achieve another goal so that my positive feedback loop can get bigger and I can grind more so that one day I may be able to achieve that bigger goal I've set for myself. Be that being rich, being famous, whatever it is that you want to do. Now, having said that, how do you start? You just need one thing, one goal, just something as small, as tiny as, I just gotta wake up the next day. Something as small as that, you get a reward from it. You're like, oh shit, I feel good. Gets bigger and bigger, and before you know it, you won't even realize. And you'll be at your goal. You'll be famous, you'll be rich, but don't have that in mind because it'll seem overwhelming. And you'll get overwhelmed and you'll be like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. Yes, you can. Small goals makes a bigger feedback loop. It's called the grind. Get on it. And don't forget to philosophize.